You won't hear recording in progress because it's being recorded on a different. Being recorded on Streamlabs.
How do I
I,
leave?
I have no I have no cue to
You
leave
have no
now.
cue to leave now. Yeah.
Well, there goes one beloved fan running
I
joke.
I
What
can
are we going to
always
do with all this
I
don't
can
leave Sean merch that
I
we've got stacked up?
I can always record on Zoom as well, but with all the latency, I don't want to like push my luck and record there as well tonight. So yeah, let's jump in. Let's see here. So where we left off, Chukka and Clonk, the Kinku, they stayed outside. They're camping out in the Demon Grinder to make sure no one tries to steal it. And there's a shot of kind of going back a few seconds as these horde of 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 vampire gnolls are yapping and cackling as they show up, fangs out, blood mauled faces. Some of them showing up on Devil's Ride, some of them showing up on their own infernal war machines, hitting that front door. And inside the Demon Grinder, Chuck and Clonk are just kind of snoring at the helm. As they rushed inside and attacked, it has only been 6 seconds. It was like a 6-second surprise round that went off, and within that time, the party has noticed that the vampire gnolls are channeling within those few seconds some dark blessing of their lord Yinagu. Something that is allowing them to move twice as fast in those moments. The little goblin running the door is stomped to mush as they come in. The tiefling, one of the tiefling bartender, rushes to pull a lever or push a stone in that was like secretly there behind the wall, and it drops into this heavy slab of stone that cuts off the head of one of the vampire gnolls after as they're all attacking to basically thwart the onrush. There would be more in the room, right? There's just 3 attacking. Chairs are being thrown, heads are rolling across the floor. The vampires go into attack while some of them kind of spider crawl up into the walls and like into the shadows. Like some of the women that were some of the strippers that were dancing just kind of spider crawl into the rafters and disappear. As this is going on, that they're cut off now. This leaves about 8 of the patrons that were there dead. Two of the vampires still fighting, and then Volenta, she is kind of calling out, trying to send her people into battle, and she turns towards you, and she goes, "You can get out of here. There is a way out through the bar, the storeroom, or the stage. My entrance, but it is arcanically." She's, as one of them tries to attack her, she throws it off and kind of claws with one of her hands, leaping off the table. And she goes, "But the magical word, the arcanic word you need to use is," and then a gnoll latches down on her neck, and blood splatters across her face, and she punches him back, and he slides across the room. And then she just looks at you, and her face kind of contorts into this kind of demonic, almost like a vampire turning into a new type of vampire, more dog-like but not fully protruding face. And she goes, "The word is die." Roll initiative, and
Roll our die to get initiative.
Okay, and another thing I'm kind of off with what she also told you is the ways out. But what she was saying, she also added that is the ways out the stage or the storeroom, right? The passageway through the storeroom. And she basically says you have to get out through the crypts below. She said there's a room with devil's rides that will allow you to escape out of the
We get motorcycles, yes.
So after you roll initiative, and then once you give me those, then I want you to also roll perception.
You want them in a chat mail?
No,
17.
Actually, let me make sure I get the chat for myself. Perfect. It's always easier for me because I'm looking at so many screens as it is. You just call it out. I'm just so 17. Perfect. Thank you.
And 23 perception.
Okay, good.
Oh wait, sorry.
Four.
no.
4 for Demetria.
Yeah, 4 initiative, 9 perception.
10 perception. Okay. Robbie.
21 initiative, 31 perception.
That boy is observant. Kanan.
Motherfucker saw the future and shit.
Yeah.
Your wolf
Wait,
eyes.
hold on. I have to do it with disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Okay, yes.
That's a
still
nat
a
1 for
dirty
a
20.
6 initiative.
Okay. And then perception.
Everything's blurry and he's moving back and forth, but he still sees.
15 for perception.
15. All right, and what did you get, Amnon?
I rolled an 8 for initiative, and then I rolled a natural 20 for my perception.
Okay. So I'm
People
hearing-
watching, comment 20 down below.
Yes, I hear a lot of perceptions. A lot of perceptions were really high. Tempe, what was yours again?
23.
Oh yeah. So okay. And then so I don't think anyone failed a perception check.
I probably did.
What was yours?
9.
9. Yeah, that was the only one. Not failed, but it just wasn't necessarily high enough. Uh-oh. God damn it. I just put these in the wrong.
That's what makes Demetria a bad mom. She's not very perceptive.
Which is weird because in the last game she saw what was wrong and told them it was okay.
It's horrible.
Demetria wants to be a cool mom, you know, she wants to be the fun mom. She doesn't want to be the
He's the mom that
disciplinarian.
lets them drink at his house, and all the friends come to the house to drink.
I'd rather you do it in the house. They're gonna
Yeah.
find a way to drink anyway.
She used to love moms like you.
Gonna
That
put his head in a guillotine. He might as well do it while we're here.
I might as well watch him when he gets beheaded.
Also, I don't know what Malcolm named the vampire goblin, but to me, he will always be Gobferatu.
Gobferatu. I'm okay with that.
I love
Rest
it.
in peace, Gobferatu.
Yeah, Gobferatu.
Another Malcolm Goblin special lost too soon.
I know, right? All right. So. All right. So, in addition to what I just shared with you, a few other reveals from the successes that I heard. There was a little like platinum blonde, dark skinned dwarf with like freckles, and she was the first person to ride the bronze bull, and so you see her. So she's like dodging, leaping over under tables as the knowledge vampires try to get to her, and she's going for like a switch on the wall over here. But I don't have her miniature device. I noticed that it's right here. And then you also notice, Lex, you notice that the doors to the storeroom are open. You also notice her, and then the rest of you also. Those are the real major two things that you all pick up, except for Demetria. And let's kick it off with. So, I have. Oh, and also, Lady. Let's see. In terms of initiative, please tell me I have Lady Silver hands in here. She should be in here. Okay, so Araka rolled a 12 and Silver Claw rolled a 16. So let's see. So Valenta going kind of crazy here will. Why can't I see? Oh, I see. Okay. She will leap she kind of leaps, turns around, and actually standing where she is, she takes that whip and cracks it to try to like grab at Ravi. And she'll make. Okay. D&D Beyond is being really weird tonight. I can't click on any of the dice rolls, so I gotta roll real dice. I don't know what's going on.
They know that we've been talking about switching systems. They know.
Yeah.
They're in the Discord. They got their spies.
Dude,
That's
you-
terrible. We're so fucked now. D&D Beyond always rolls soft, so.
All right. So she goes out with that whip for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And
Where is Ravi? Within 5 feet of me?
She's gonna.
How are we
do-
placed?
You guys can see where you are. Demetria, Ravi. This is our boy Yellow, the deep yellow, the orange is going to be. What is his face? Jeez.
Sagat.
Sagat. This is Tempe. There's Kaneth. There's Amnon, Araka, and the white miniature, a white base is Silverclaw.
Okay, cool. So if Ravi is within 5 feet of me, I'll intercept. So whatever the damage is, I'll block D10 plus 4 of it.
All right, so 5. She grapples him. He only takes 5 slashing damage, and he is pulled.
Wait, if I rolled a 13 though to reduce that damage, so the damage gets reduced to 0, is he still grappled?
He is still grappled because he was still hit.
Okay.
Because he's still hit. The damage, whether he got damage or not, that's just the whip kind of lashing him. So reduced to 0, but he still gets pulled and is grappled.
I did my best.
Just pulls her 5 feet, so
appreciate it.
she's
Thank
right
you.
in front of him, but she doesn't. And then she will bite. With her second attack. 15, that will hit for 21. She does 1d6. 7 points of piercing damage. And 8 more of necrotic. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 8 as well. And so she kind of like starts to shake Ravi, and then her eyes kind of open up with glee, and she's like, and Ravi can tell she didn't say anything, but like you can tell she knows he's a shifter, like that wolf blood. It kind of like sends her into a bit of a frenzy. That's all she does. There ends her turn, and takes us to Ravi himself.
I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Sacred Flame. So, she'll have to make a dex save of 16.
Okay. She rolled a 15 before 18.
Damn.
No, actually, that was a dex save.
Yeah.
It would have been a 21. She
Yeah.
kind of like shifts, and she like kind of continues to wrap him in that leather, like rawhide whip, and like dodging. Anything else? Stagat is next.
I'm gonna do this
It's just Demetria being like, "No, go sit down, stand in the corners."
I mean, if he wants to see his ass killed.
Demetria will not let Stagat do anything because he is like really weak compared. He's a CR2 character with like.
Yeah, no. If he looks at these jabronis, they're just gonna smear him on the wall. That's what's gonna happen. He's going to make his way towards the trapdoor. He'll open the trapdoor for us. That's what he'll do.
So I also want to make it very clear. These people are biting other people in the room. They attacked. So because they were moving so quickly, they attacked like 3. They like took down like 2. Each of them, those 3 characters, those 3 werewolves or vampires, took down 2 patrons, and then bit like one of the vampires. At the same time, so these 2 vampire, you know, the strippers who are still they haven't been bitten yet, but they bit a bunch of patrons, right? Those patrons are writhing on the ground and kind of beginning to kind of turn ghoulish, right? So this is one of those fights where you could stand and just kill everyone, or you can just get the fuck out of Dodge. Just so you know, you have those options.
And then they would be an action to try to get out of the grapple, yeah?
It is an action to get out of the grapple.
Okay. I'll just end my turn.
Okay. So with Ravi ending his turn, Stagat is like, Demetria, I have to help in whatever way I can. And he goes,
I mean, it's not our fight, but if you want to try something, I know where I'm going. And Demetria looks towards the trapdoor.
Okay, so then he goes and stands over it, and he like uses his action to just like it's like a metal ring on it, and he pulls his heart. And Stagat, you know, though he's not as strong as you are, he's not a weak guy, right? And by all means, he would actually be a pretty.
He's a professional. He's a professional.
But he, And actually, can someone can someone roll an athletic strength check for him to see if he can open that?
What are his? Let me open his character sheet. Does he have a bonus?
He has a bonus of a +2.
Then he got a
Oh.
12.
Okay, it does not budge, not in the slightest. And
If Demetrius shouts "die,"
So he's
does
ready.
that? Okay. Because it has a word, right? The magic word.
yeah, it has a word. So now Stagat's used his whole turn, and Timpy is up. What are you doing, Timpy?
This fucking thing still has Robbie in her mouth, right?
Yeah, no, she whipped him and she just like kind of bound him, like kind of domination, she pulled him close to her. She's kind of like torn, and she bit him. So she's kind of like she's whipped the bite off, so she's not still sucking blood. She kind of like whips it back and looks towards the sky with blood running down her face, almost this look of glee, elated by the taste.
So, but he's still grappled though.
He's still grappled though, so she could bite again. You know, she can.
I'm going to. I'm gonna attack her. This is what I'm gonna do.
I know since the screen is probably so small for you, I know I can also do. Hopefully that helps.
That's good. Oh yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, I'll do it periodically, but that's just because you're supposed to be. Once we get to the point where you can just pin the screen, then it should be pretty large enough for you to see what's going on. Oh, actually, this one is a different cam. So if I wanted to do
20, 30, 20.
That will hit.
Cool. Then I am going to.
And you're hitting. You're attacking Valenta, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
For 6 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a second attack on her.
And is your weapon magical?
Yes. No. Oh fuck. Is it? Han, the sword you gave me, is that considered magical?
It is now.
Isn't it? It's silvered, yeah, because it's.
Yeah. Then yes,
Is
it
it
is.
silver?
It's imbued.
Yeah.
It's
Is
imbued.
it just a +1?
I thought it was
Let me read it.
You
because
guys
I
supposed to-
thought it makes things magical. I can't imbue magical items because of that.
okay.
Hmm.
Just read it one more time for me, just so we know for the future. But sounds good.
Yeah, here we go. Imbuing each item with one of your artificial infusions, turning it into a magic item.
Okay. Yep. Nice. So she stab her. You can tell that she can feel it. She looks down. And if it's silver, that's even better narratively. But doesn't change much.
So the second hit was a 22
Okay, that's going to hit as well.
for 9 total damage.
She'll take that 9 as well.
Does she release him? Does it break her grapple at all? Because she's getting fucked up. She's getting hit, or is she just eating him?
I'll say maybe if that was like a crit or something like that, I think you're just kind of like cutting her. And like you stab her once, you cut her once. But not enough for her to... She hasn't let go of her whip yet, and therefore she hasn't dropped him out of it.
Her whip, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I can do right now. I need to reassess my combat training.
You haven't played in so long. You haven't looked at your sheet.
You know what it is? It's that I don't know how he would. I honestly, dude, like I feel like he would not know how to react here. So I think that's part of it is part of me like not really knowing how I should approach this fight, but it's also partially that I don't know that he would know how to approach this fight. This is way outside of his realm of anything.
Outside of his plane.
Yeah, this is very different. I'm emotionally tied to Tempe. I am him and he is I.
Okay, so Tempe is done. Lady Silverclaw is up. I think Dimitri was running her. So she's only used one spell slot, I believe, so far, right, in the past, and that was to use the Wall of Force.
Yes, I didn't realize I was running her this time around. Let me grab
No,
her
you don't
character
have
sheet.
to. I mean, it's anyone could run her. I just remember. I think you ran her and cast that spell before. But you all.
Yeah, that was like me and Lex in tandem.
Yeah.
we were
Everyone should. You
like
should
in
all be able to
disagreement. You
access
need
it.
2 pilots.
Yeah. Do you want me to put her stuff in the chat? Let's see. Or it's also in
No, I got it.
Gmail.
Let me see what we got here. Open a browser. All right. Spells. You can put the shocking graphs, tech files in your image, busy step, counter spell, fly, banishment, full scrying wall of force. Yeah, the time. Let's cast lightning bolt
Okay.
on our dear friend who has Ravi by the throat.
Okay. Lightning bolt. It's a deck save, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Which for her would be what's the saving throw for her?
21. She's gonna. So she'll still take half.
Spell save DC is 17, so she will, I think, take half on that one.
She'll take the half, and she'll take all the
As
damage.
much of 8d6. So
Alright.
let me grab some d6s. 4, 8, 10, 15, 20, 30, or 15 points of lightning damage.
She kind of screams out as the lightning rolls through her body. She lets go of the whip. Ravi staggers back, kind of still in those moments of being tussled with it, but no longer. Her claws go out, but as the lightning rolls through, it like fries that long, luxurious hair. And there's just a few bits of strands left, as she's like mostly bald now and haggish like dog face. Destroying.
Oh,
the
she is
table.
pissed. Lady Silverhand will then turn, go towards the trapdoor, and will, in all of her arcane wisdom, shout the word that makes it work.
Is that die? Is what she shouted, or what is she?
Die.
She's.
I don't know. You have her voice. Die.
She tries it. Die. That's clearly not it. Oh, what would she have said? I'll
What was her birthday?
I'll give Lady Silverclaw a chance to. Demetri, you'll roll for her. Give me an insight. Actually, give me a history check. She's met her before.
History.
Maybe she heard something. Maybe she remembers.
Their exes. Insight would be. Wait? That doesn't make any sense. They say she has the skill of insight, but it's a +0, but her wisdom is a +4. That doesn't make any sense on this character sheet.
Then make it a +4 then.
21.
Okay. She is. She starts like saying a few like words that she, different words in like things that she's heard, and to you all it just sounds like names, vampiric words, but unfortunately, none of them work. What is it? But it's while she did not succeed, she's trying to get there. So maybe it's brought what she needs down a bit. That is where I'll leave that. Let's see. If she's done, then the
That'll be her turn.
Vampire. One of them will move. Two of them will move in and attack the vampire that they see in front of them. They both attack with their claws. They hit. One of them hits this vampiress over here, doing 7 damage, and then attacking with this bite, or its bite, hitting for 24, doing 12 and 6 necrotic. So that vampire takes a bunch. But almost immediately start to see her succumbing and basically becoming one of Yinagu's. Almost like that bite is an immediate curse on a vampire. So damage. Put the other one attacking, bite, hitting on a 21, doing 16 points on the other vampires, and turning her as well.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Now the third one rushes into the fray to Tempe and will attack with claw. Kind of goes in, just huge hand come at you for a 27. Tempe, you will take 9 points of slashing. And then the creature will then try to bite. That's gonna miss. She tries to pull you in with that claw, Tempe, but you kind of like you're dexterous. You kind of move almost like a dancer, and you like step away from the jowls of the monster. All three of them have attacked. It is the Red Abishai's turn. Araka. So someone should look up Red Abishai, but I can tell you some of her abilities: Devil Sight, Magical Darkness. Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? The Red Abishai. You should actually look up Araka because she is slightly different because she's been depowered a bit.
I've got her pulled up. She's been depowered.
Malcolm's not letting us have fun.
Yeah, they've all been. Do you guys want the NPCs to win all the battles for you?
Yes.
No.
Oh man.
Except for Stigata.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. I mean, here's the thing: you guys have not had a chance to rest at all, but you've got some heavy hitters to use on your end right now.
Can I have Araka attack one of the gnolls?
Sure. So, and she can fly, so she flies over to one of the gnolls. The one attacking Tempe, the one attacking the, there's three, one here, one here, one here. She can get to any one of these.
Who's the closest to other vampires that can turn?
They all are at this point.
Damn. Whatever's closest then.
She moves in to the one attacking Tempe and goes in.
First attack. 27 to hit. For 12 damage. The attack is a 25 to hit. Or
25's gonna hit as well. All these are hitting, so.
for 14 damage.
Okay.
And then last attack is a 23 to hit.
Okay. It's gonna hit.
For throw 3 sevens in Hell Vegas. So 21, 27 plus another 7d10.
Jeez. Every attack does 70-10.
Every bite
The
attack
bite.
does 7d10 fire damage.
This is awful. Yeah. You guys are way OP.
Bro, I did like 12
And
damage.
whose
What
fault
are you
is
talking
that?
about?
You said whose fault is it? It's my fault.
Don't-
I'm saying it's my
don't-
fault. It's
Don't
like-
tease him, Cheryl. Sheesh.
But you guys are like, how dare you depower them? How dare Araka's like a level CR 17 crazy creature.
Everyone say thank you, Malcolm, for letting us play with your toys. just glad they're on our side.
Yeah.
For 50 fire damage.
Jeez. All right. That one takes 50 more. As you see it go up in flames, kind of yelping like a dog. It looks. It looks close to death as it kind of pushes back against Araka, trying to flee. Not her, no opportunity to attack, but just like trying to break the bite as quickly as possible. If she,
I'm gonna have Araka wink at Tempe.
sounds good.
Tempe gets super uncomfortable.
Tempe's like, the best part of this fight starting was that all of the scantily clad women left.
Yeah, he's like, put some clothes on. He's like clothing the stripper.
Says the guy who does naked yoga in the morning.
The big
He's like,
box.
when I do it, it's spiritual. When they're doing it,
I'm not doing it for money.
Oh man! So at this point, the big kind of boxing beauty that Kenneth was looking at last time runs over to attack Amnon. Gets close enough though to both of them, and will strike out with her claws for 14. Nope. And then we'll strike with a bite for 21.
Yeah.
Doing 9 points of piercing damage and 7 points of necrotic, draining your main overall health by 7, your total hit points by 7 until you take a long rest. So you do see Amnon kind of push off as she tears a bit of his throat. Just the first layer of some of that like dragon scale comes off, chunk in her mouth. The other one rushes towards. The other one kind of smells, leaps over Demetria, lands at Stagat, seeing him trying to pull up on the thing, and attacks.
How close is Stagat to me?
10 feet away, maybe 15 at most. He's
10?
15.
Oh, God damn it. Why'd he get so far from me?
He went over to this. He's trying to like
fight.
pull him. He's trying to. Everyone's trying to open this. So there's two ways out. She said there's one way out in the storeroom, and then she said this door. But this door has like an arcanic word that no one knows. So far, this way out has kind of been fruitless at this point. Going for a
without fruitless.
For a weak meal, she attacks him with a claw, hitting him with this 22. So Stagat, whoever will take
dead.
8 points of slashing. Yeah, 65. And then she will go for a bite. Oh, she nat ones it. As Stagat kind of punches her in the jaw. She steps back, her jaw completely dislocated.
They bang foreheads, they knock foreheads.
Puts it back. What? You don't like me? And she kind of starts to kind of go like this. That her bite doesn't work. She is done. This takes us to suddenly all the patrons that are writhing on the ground, bitten, begin to stand.
Oh, come on.
8 of them.
Those two Scott becoming a vampire.
Several of them are like so 2 of them are goblin ghouls, and one of them's an orc, one of them's a bugbear, but they're all pretty much like ghoulish creatures at this point. Okay, so those are all standing, but they spend their entire time just kind of really slowly shuffling, kind of like getting their surroundings, and then looking, kind of going from like dead to and then screaming this unholy scream, ready to attack on their next round. This moves us to Amnon and then Kenneth before we move to the next round.
Alright. So Amnon has an enemy right on top of him, right?
Yes, he has one of the vampire spawns attacking him right here.
He is going to cast Hex.
The reason I have to keep switching back is I know you all can see better on the other one, but everyone that's recording, everyone that's going to be watching this is just going to see a battle cam if I keep it on.
We're doing this for you. For you at home.
We're doing it for you. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and make sure to hit that bell button to get notified whenever the Gentleman Game Master uploads a new episode.
There you go.
Alright, so bonus action Hex.
All right.
For promotional material went out.
Yeah, there you go. So
We're like Raid Shadow Legends.
You can't just say Ray.
Oh no.
Robot.
Raid Shadow Legends got him. They got him.
Don't let that be you. Make sure to download today.
With our code, the left hand.
Oh man.
Much like these vampires are eating us, you can eat well with Blue Apron. Use our code.
What a segue.
Oh, that's really good. That was really good.
If we did get famous enough to get sponsors, it should be inspiration to whoever comes up with the best segue.
We're even putting on skits like Critical Role does.
All right, what were you doing? So you hexed her, and then what came from what after that?
Alright, and then I was gonna start blasting. So both of the blasts scored a 19 to hit.
Okay, it's gonna hit.
So then let's see here. That's 13 damage.
Okay, between both of them, or is there another damage coming?
No, between both of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
she kind of like both of them kind of like punch into her chest, kind of tearing skin off. You can see kind of like the rotted flesh underneath, and yeah, does some of that damage.
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Kenneth, you are up, standing right beside Amnon, right here.
So many options that the champion fighter has. I'm overwhelmed.
$5 says he hits her.
Unless I miss.
Unless you miss, I'm at $5.
Yeah, it's pretty much attack her or attack. You know, there's also the one. Yeah, there's Valenta, but yeah, you're attacking this one. You're attacking the one that attacked Amnon.
Yep.
Okay.
As a 9 plus 8, 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Or 11 magical slashing.
Takes it. She staggers back. You like lop off. She puts her claw up. You lop one of the claws off. It like falls down as you realize she's getting low. Some of this like purple like blood kind of sprays out of the spout. The hand hits the ground and like flips over and becomes like a little hand crawler and starts to skitter across the floor.
And it became a thing. A 15 to hit.
15 to hit. That will actually hit.
Oh. That'll be for 9 magical slashing.
Alright, she takes that slash, staggers back.
And literally staggered back as bonus action, Shield Master, push it 5 feet back.
5 feet. Alright. She is pushed away from you both.
We lost Sean.
Yeah, it looks like he stepped away because it looks like he's still on. He's just.
No, I'm here. I'm just.
I have it turned off. I
got something going on.
I have it set up so people with no cameras don't show up on my screen.
Wants to see,
it's terrible.
that cool headshot of his, like that. Super chill.
Tempe's solo album.
Yeah.
Everyone here, let's.
Yeah, all it needs is the little like parental advisory in the corner, like you know.
That's the cover of my record I'm gonna drop.
Yeah.
And then I will move in front of Amnon.
Okay, nice. Taking up a position to help his comrades to protect block, because Amnon looks pretty. He's tough. He's just in a tough place. So that is a great, place for Kenneth to be. Then it's Demetrius. Sorry, yeah. And Demetra, now you're up, right? Because you rolled a 4, right?
Yep, with my awful initiative roll, I am up. So I would like to go beat the shit out of the vampire that's trying to make moves on my human.
Yeah. Yep.
He's my human. Only one infernal creature gets to God.
Step away.
And
He
it's me.
will be my dog, tiefling. This is my
Shut
pet.
up! And I'm gonna smack her with the. I'm going to attack twice with the Mace of Disruption for a 22.
Yeah. I love that, like, Stigata has been reduced to just, like, this boy toy. Being, like, just, like...
My purse dog Stigata.
Oh, I do love it. You're
Look,
flirting
it's
with all
not.
these
I
very
feel so
powerful
bad. The
women.
thing is that with Stigat, I respect his ability to be a good like guard captain.
Yeah.
We're in hell,
Yeah.
and he is human, and he did not ask to be here, and I feel responsible because I was the one that wanted to tell him about the brain worms, so it's all my fault. But ignoring that it's all my fault, she is an undead / fiend, correct?
Yes.
So my Mace of Disruption gets the extra 2 dice.
It does.
Triple threes here in Hell Vegas.
Nice.
So it's 9 plus 4, 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
She'll take...
And then I will attack her again. So as soon as I can. And for a nat 1.
Ooh.
So that is an 8.
So she, like, bats the second attack away with her claw, almost like it rakes across, like, her the nails almost are like steel. And they spark as that one pushing off on Demetria.
Gross. Can we say that for that attack that actually hit, you can totally veto this, Malcolm, if you say I moved on, but with my Crusher feat, I can push her 5 feet away every time I make contact with a bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah, because you probably would have then pushed her away, and then you would have moved in for the attack, and then attack again. So
So
do you want to
5
push her?
feet away from Stigat.
Yep.
Shoo.
You got it. And then you
Shoo,
moved in.
bitch. Away from Stigat.
Yep, that works.
And that'll be my turn.
And there's like a push in, like a shot on Stigatus. He's kind of like looking at Demetria, like, you know, kind of he has this like look like that's the one.
And then the camera pans slightly, and behind him, making that face, is Tempe glaring daggers. Tempe sharpening his knives against
As he's
me.
like fighting, he's like looking around. He's like, "Bitch, don't look at her like that."
Tempe can't believe this dude's still alive right now. He was hoping that he would totally have been done already.
Tempe's doing the math of like, if I threw this dagger in his back, would Demetria think the vampire did it?
I have a
If
feeling
I can hit him in his
Tempe's gonna-
Achilles and maybe nobody will notice.
Tempe's gonna Rakalesh Stigat at some point, and no one's ever gonna see it.
It's gonna be really quiet too.
All right. Valenta is taking some damage from the lightning. Yeah, she's going to. Because there's. You know, the way I would expect her to act as a vampire is not really what she is, because these are Yanagu vampires, so they don't have the same kind of charm and sway and sexiness that they should, and so she's just kind of this violent, like, you know, bloodlusting creature. So she just kind of goes back to attacking, this time turning her anger on Tempe, and will attack with claws. For 15, which is not going to hit.
Nah.
They're going to attack with bite. Oh my gosh. So Tempe, you just... I mean, I imagine it looks really cool as you're just like beating her away, right? Like you catch her by like under the chin, catch her by the throat, and she like tries to get a bite in, throw her back. Is there anything you want to add to that? She's just not...
Nah, I just want to dodge her. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Okay, just dodging. This moves us to Ravi.
I'm going to use my Channel Divinity, turn undead. So every undead creature within 30 feet of me has to make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 16. And if they fail, they are turned for 1 minute or until they take any damage.
Yep, that's all of them. So they all need to. What's the Wisdom save?
DC 16.
DC 16. All right, let's go down. Let's go from the weakest up to make it more dramatic. So the ghouls. Start with them, or the They
I'm gonna do like the thing where like the lightsaber pose where he just holds it straight up with his saber.
So so what I do is I treat them as groups instead of rolling for each individual. So the ghouls got a 14, like a straight 14. So that's a fail. So they fail. So then they're turned off, put completely off by the glow of it, by that godlike energy that wants them to. But they just begin to like back away in horror, and then the two vampires, the dancers. Nat 20 on this one. And she's really weak, though. She shouldn't have probably been the one that Nat 20, but Nat 20. The other one that's fighting Demetria is going to get a 16.
He's got nothing to lose.
16.
He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah. And then, so 16 from that one, Nat 20 from her, and then for Valenta, actually, I'm supposed to roll in Valenta last, so for the Knoll fail, one of this Knoll fails. This Vol Vampire got a 16, and that Knoll Vampire got a 17. So this one is turned, and then Valenta doesn't have any wisdom pluses. Oh no, plus 3. She nat 20s for a 23.
Bitch.
Stays the course. So most of all the ghouls turn, and one of the gnolls have turned away so far. Nice there. So it's Ravi's kind of like pushing this. Is it like? Do you send out like? Is it like a light, like a bright light?
I think it's like like he holds it up and it's like a beacon. It just like pulses outward.
Yeah. Nice. This is happening. Kind of.
A new hand touches the beacon.
I understood that reference.
Stagat is like, Lady Silver, I don't know if this is the way. This thing is clearly not budging. It's magical. He will move over. He's like, maybe we should head to the storeroom. That's what he's thinking, but he just moves behind Amnon, behind Kaneth. He's kind of letting Kaneth take the charge. Because I doubt you guys are going to have him attack anyone. And then we'll move to Tempe.
I'm going to attack that one that attack. Wait, are we on our way out? Are we running?
Very much so, yes.
Okay. Where am I? Hold on. Can you point to me, Malcolm? So
Yeah,
I see where I'm at?
I know. It's push down. You are
Fucking
right
chaos
here.
Okay. I mean, I can't.
Always look for the red ring around your.
Yeah, I
know
can't
it's hard
back
to see
away
from
though.
view.
And which way is the exit? Which way are we going to?
Well, see, the front doors are north, right? If we took this as north. There's
Yeah.
the front doors up there.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
huge stone slab that came down, right, and it's closed that door in. And so there's the only two doorways that exist now. The one over here that leads to where the brothel area, where all the people were, the workers were taking folks, and then behind the bar here, the storeroom, which she talked about, and then on the stage where you've all been standing, there was like a trap door there, but so far no one's been able to get it open.
Okay.
And what I will add is, because it was supposed to happen at the end of the last round, is the little dwarf was able to make it over and pull that lever. And when she did, what happens is the floor opens up again, and it's just the mechanical bull comes out and just attacks the closest thing. So attacks the knoll behind it once before the knoll turns around and just destroys it. But so can someone give me a +8 d20? Actually, it's your turn, Tippy. Give me free attack on this. Going to be on that knoll vampire over there.
You want me to attack a Knoll vampire?
It's basically it's a mechanical bull. It's a gorgon that comes out of the ground.
That is going to be a 24.
Can I get a 2d8 +6 for damage?
6.
And it is magical.
$17.
All right, takes it. All right, so now back to you. So that was just kind of a little quick little insert there in the moment.
I'm gonna go towards that door.
This one or this
But
one?
the one that we're trying to open, that trap door, right? That's the
Okay.
one we're trying to go to. Does everybody think that's the best case scenario, right? Trying to get that
There's
trap door
multiple.
open.
There's two ways out. Everyone's been.
And I have a thing for Silverhand when she comes up, Silverclaw. That'll give us some wiggle room, but maybe trying one more on the door.
Okay,
But pantry is not.
So I'm gonna
You guys in
use
storeroom.
a maneuver. I'm gonna use because I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity from that dog
Yes.
vampire, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to use evasive footwork,
Okay.
which will bump my AC, and I'm going to go towards that door.
Okay. Vampire will strike out with a
And I-
claw because it wouldn't be able to try to bite you.
And I have a
use that.
25 AC right now while I do that.
And just like you just gracefully flip, over its arm as you over one of the tables. It takes out one of the tables, and splinters of wood go flying everywhere. You land up here on the stage, looking down at the trapdoor. What are you gonna do?
Can I try to pull the door open?
You may. Athletics check.
Let me see. That should be good for me. Oh yeah. Let's see. 24?
It does not budge.
Motherfucker. God damn it.
It is. Pantry it is.
So you just,
Pantry it is.
so earlier when you saw Stagat pulling on it, you thought that motherfucker. I imagine
I
Jimmy
just thought
probably
he was a weak
He's
bitch.
just a weak bitch.
Yeah, I didn't fucking. God. All right. Well,
But amazing
I
roll.
tried.
Like amazing.
I tried and I didn't get hit.
Well.
You know,
I
I didn't
imagine
take advantage,
Tippy's
you know?
like in the Ghost of the Show where her muscles are ripping like
The leather's busting
the
on my arms.
leather's
right now.
busting on his arms.
And now I've got anchor arms, and everybody loves me.
Damn it.
And now,
All right.
Oh my
jerk.
gosh.
That's all I got. That's all I got, guys.
All right. We're moving from Timpy then to Lady Silverclaw.
Lady Silverclaw would like to cast an old favorite for everyone out there who recalls last episode, Wall of Force.
And where would-
Specifically, because she can do this. Can you show me the overhand view, please, Malcolm?
Overhead view, yes. And let me pull up. Uh-oh.
So, oh no, behind the scenes. That's next episode. So, what you can do with Wall of Force, it's 100 feet long. You can arrange it in 10-foot wide panels. So what I want to do is essentially
Cut them.
box out for us, cut out the vampires so that we are on one side of the wall and the vampires are on the other, closing off, the entrance to the pantry to the stage. So if I can do that in 10,
There'll still be one vampire within the perimeter.
Only
we
one.
can deal with him.
Yeah.
Well, actually, because also with Wall of Force, if the wall goes through a character's spot, you can choose what side of the wall they end up on. So if we go through that vampire,
Okay. So
I can nudge him to the other side.
And tell me if I'm crazy, because if you watch my trace my hand, what I'm thinking is you need to start on a wall. You want to because you can you walk through your own Wall of Force? Because you
No,
still
we
need,
can't.
Right,
So
so
we-
you need access to the bar if you're gonna go that direction,
Yeah.
just in case. So you go 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you want 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, it's what 120 feet.
It's
100.
No, it's 100 feet.
It's 100.
But if you go down,
If you leave her
Yeah.
out of it, it's super easy. If you do it without, you're kind of pushing it the way I look at it. What do you say? What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, because if it can cut down on space to go through people, if it goes through people, then Silverclaw can decide what side of the wall they end up on.
Oh, Silverclaw can decide.
Yeah, so if it goes through,
So
like
you want-
Demetria
okay,
and
so
that vampire
10,
that I've
so it
been
could come
fighting.
10, 20. Okay, she could just go directly this way. But then
Yeah.
here's the Araka's on this side.
Oh,
the
okay.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about. So there's a door here. So I wish I had my actual ruler, but 10, 20. That's why I keep going back this way. 30, 40 to cut him off. 50 to grab her. And then Ravi's right here, so you're like 60 right here.
Yeah.
70, 80, 90. No, I think you got it.
Can you cut it from Ravi?
10,
Can you
20,
cut it from
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. The room is about 80 squares up. So that gives you 20 feet to work with. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you that. You're pushing it, but I think you got it. Unless I would.
Okay, yeah, just trying to cut out, and it's just trying to cut out as many vampires as possible.
Pushing her. Yeah, I'm gonna allow it. I think you've got the room, so she's gonna get pushed back on the other side.
Yay.
Okay, so these are all. So you guys can imagine that imaginary wall cutting them all off at this point. So she's used another slot. Another spell slot. I think she only has got one more spell slot there for Wall of
Actually,
Force.
she doesn't, because she used Wall of Force twice last episode, remember? I think she has 3 slots at that level.
She used Wall of Force twice?
One for the bridge.
Oh, one for the bridge.
For the bridge.
So yeah, I think she's out of Wall of... This might be her last Wall of Force for now.
Yeah, so she's out of Wall of Force for now.
Okay. Thank you for being
for
honest.
This long
I forgot
rest.
about the bridge.
So how could you forget the beautiful, beautiful bridge that we built as friends?
I jumped that.
Yeah.
I jumped that on my own.
Yeah, so she's out of Wall of Force level spell slots.
Okay, so the Wall of Force.
Mitra is disappointed in Cheryl though.
As this is happening, the vampires start to clamor, and they kind of like are slashing and clawing against this kind of almost invisible looking force, but where they touch against it, you can see like the radiant, almost like the magical essence that is sort of keeping them on the other side. This would turn it over to the vampires, which they're not. I mean, they're kind of losing their minds trying to scratch at the walls, so they're not going to get any attacks. Araka, I take it, unless you guys, I imagine, would probably be like, so where are we? So what's the kind of looks to the group for? Looks at Lady Silverclaw like, I'm beginning to like this wall, this spell. But what do you guys like to do? I will say one of them goes and attacks over in the corner as you try to screaming.
Kill the vampire within the wall.
Abaddon's just gonna yell, let's just get to the exit through the pantry.
Alright, so Araka flies.
Tell Araka to kill the vampire in the wall.
No, Cheryl pushed the vampire to the other side of the wall because using Silverclaw, by it touching that vampire, she was able to choose to put it on the other. So that's why I moved her back, right? So she got. Is there another one inside? That's it. They're all outside of it. They're all in the other side. So
My screen's super blurry. I didn't see that.
So Raka rolls into the other room, and what she sees, I'll show you on close up here. She's in this little storeroom, and as all the commotion is going around, this storeroom is cramped. It is 10 feet wide by 20 feet by almost like 40 feet long, and the room is packed with barrels and what seems to be stolen goods. There's a few unappetizing bar and grill items. There is a barrel of writhing, oversized hail maggots in a corner, with a sign slapped on them that says, "Create food. Larva, just smash and think of the meal." There are 2 abyssal chickens hanging and like balking from the ceiling in wooden cages. And there is a wooden door over here directly at the end of the wall. And that wooden door, it looks like it was made for a master thief's dream. It's adorned in multiple latches and locks and chain clasps. And then on the other side of the room, which is the most awful part, is that awful sight to behold, is there's an outhouse in the corner that just, reeks of
Call that an in-house.
Yes, it's an in-house outhouse. So that's what Araka sees. Back to y'all outside.
Is there like a cash register, Malcolm?
In the actual room, there is no there would be like a money box, a little magical arcane money box that would be that in the room that you all are in. So if Araka came and just stepped back in the room, yes.
Well, I want to take that whenever we get there. I want to take that.
Well, you do. You as Ravi want to take that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Whenever we get there,
okay.
I just yeah.
So she blows through, and the other. So Araka's in here like fresh. You can hear her like wings blowing things over. Where's the way out? And then we turn it over to the vampire spawn can't do anything. So at this point, your wall of force is up. There's no way for them to break it. Amnon, you're up. I will say, unless I have other options, I'm going to treat it as until something else happens, we'll break the flow of combat, and we're in RP where you guys can move around because the bad guys can't really do anything. And slowly they all begin to turn and converge on the corner and kill our little dwarf. Zombie style.
We'll tell a story. Let's go. What happens in hell stays in hell. What happens in hell stays in hell. Let's go.
Descend.
Another soul lost down in the depths of hell. She screams out. So what are you all doing at this point?
To the pantry.
I'm taking that box and going in the pantry.
All right. As everyone.
Aneth is gonna look around the counter to see if there's any sticky notes or anything that might have that password for the door.
Okay.
Infernal sticky note.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Does Kanan speak Infernal or read Infernal?
No, but a sticky note is a sticky note.
Yeah, you can just give it to you or me, and then we'll read it.
True. I like to imagine it's like the bad place in that show where because it's hell, the sticky note has no stick.
Yeah. Well, it has stick while you're holding it, but when you try to stick it onto something, it disappears.
Yes.
That's 21 for investigation.
Okay.
And also, let me check Kaneth's languages. I'm pretty sure he only speaks Draconic and Celestial. Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, he does not find anything there.
Does he at least find a good bottle of just alcohol without blood mixed in it?
There's one that looks like kind of bottled a jar of an ale, a large one, kind of wrapped in rope to protect the glass. He does find that, and it looks like it came from like the material plane.
He'll grab that.
Okay. Kind of dusty, but looks good.
Amnon's just gonna run into the pantry to see if he can find a way out.
Ravi, are you taking the box? Or you?
I am taking the box.
So little drunk
These
Ravi
gnolls don't need it. The gnolls don't need it.
Ravi, can you roll for me a D10?
Oh.
And 2D8.
A D10 and 2D8?
No, just roll 2D8.
Or just 2D8, okay.
How much necrotic damage does touching this fucking thing do?
5. There are 5 soul coins in the
Yes.
and give me a roll. Now roll a D10.
What do you think happens if I put a soul coin in my mouth? 3.
3 and 30 gold.
Oh.
What happens is Tempe smacks it out of your hand
Yeah.
and puts it in your mouth.
You're not supposed to put money in your mouth, damn it. It's
It's
dirty.
not money. These are soul coins. There's a
Even
soul
worse.
inside.
You want someone
I would-
putting your soul in their
A
mouth?
dirty soul. Look at this fucking place.
You don't know.
Yeah,
There
you
could,
don't know what that soul is big.
there could be very good souls in here.
And
There are no
have
good
What are they
souls
doing
in
in
hell.
hell if they're good?
No good souls in hell.
I love this conversation. Like, they're like talking, and then Lady Silverhead's is like, I'm still holding this one.
Chose us. She hired us.
Yeah, that's exactly right. She's gonna deal with it.
She's immediately regretting every decision she's made in the past 2 months.
Look, it was her. She didn't look at the Yelp reviews of House of Spirits. She didn't know.
As you're bagging those coins, you can kind of hear them like yelling into your pouch.
I'm just like, shh, shh.
Oh man.
So all inside of basically this other room, we put you all in there.
So, can Amnon check inside
we're
that
prone.
little pantry room first, and then we'll go to that adorned door?
The pantry?
The
That on the
toilet?
right, that door on the right.
I can't
That's
believe
the
we
toilet.
That's the
That's the
toilet.
toilet.
That's the in-house outhouse.
And remember last time he used that outhouse mini and a slime came out of it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in there. So I'm gonna look at that other door.
All right.
I don't know why you guys want to go to the bathroom.
The other door is.
We've been holding it.
other.
We were driving for hours.
over here is it's got a bunch of latches all over it, like it looks like it's made for, like I said, for a master thief. So you'd have to. It looks like it's gonna take time to go through all the multiple locks, bolt locks, and chains that are on it. But that door is there. Is that what you're? What do you? It looks like it would be a tool, a thieves tool, a tools roll of proficiency, or a sleight of hand of some type.
I got this.
Did you say you got this, Robbie?
Yeah.
All right, you got it. You give it a shot. Otherwise, I can make a pick if I need to. I was just looking at what it takes to do that.
What's the thieves' tool roll?
Is anyone else investigating
hand.
anything else in the room?
I'll look at that bin of maggots and see what that's about.
Ew. Can I help Robbie? Can I assist Robbie with the door?
Yeah. So if you're just give me an investigation, Tempe. Demetria, give me an investigation.
Yeah, and then Amnon's gonna Amnon's just gonna look around for anything that stands out that can help us get out.
All right.
17,
Give
Malcolm.
me a disadvantage investigation check since you're not looking at anything specifically.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Kenneth will look for water.
Okay. Give me an
So,
investigation check.
So
17,
remember
Malcolm.
when we were fighting the Mind Flayer and my intelligence got dropped?
Yes.
So that's a -4 to investigation,
It's like,
which makes it a 5.
So Demetrius is like, this looks nasty. I'm not touching any of this. Doesn't get anything else from it.
It'll be a 19 for looking for water.
Okay. So looking for water, he doesn't find. So what you do find is in one of the crates, Kenneth, it's a crate, and you open it up. It looks like someone had recently was pulled off the nails. It was almost nailed down like a coffin, but was didn't nail them back. There's a cleric robe in there, and it's white, but it's stained like a burgundy color. Blood is all over it. It looks like a cloak of Lathander, and there is a symbol on it. There's a symbol in there, like a crest of Lathander, and there is also a large jug of water there that count for 8 vials of holy water. So it's a big ass jug of holy water that can be used all at once. And then you pretty much recognize that the sign or the symbol is essentially, you could use it like Ravi was able to. You can use turn undead up to 3 times in a day. You also find water, but when you open the in-house, there's clearly water in that little hole. Just really nasty water. So that's where you find water. Amnon, what'd you roll?
On my disadvantaged roll, I got a 22.
Ooh. Okay. And then, Ravi, have you already tried to make your slide? And then Tippy, what'd you get?
17 to help Robbie.
To help Ravi. Okay. And then Ravi, you're doing the actual going through the.
Yes. I would also like to cast guidance on myself.
Okay, so I'll give you advantage for Timpy's roll.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Tempe. 26.
Okay. So what should have taken like multiple turns? You have the time because the creatures are not strong enough to force the wall of force. This gives Ravi time. It gives Tempe time to help Ravi as they begin to clear free, getting closer and closer to unlatching this door. And they unlatch the door. They swing it open. It's a false door, and there's just a wall there. But Amnon on the other side is looking in the... just happens to walk over if Kenneth walks away from the outhouse, and looks into that dirty opening where you would sit, and sees a pull cord floating in that greenish, brownish water.
Oh, I knew it. My instincts were screaming it. I knew it. Can I pull it?
You can.
I'm not gonna even like care about being dirty.
He's like,
I'm just gonna reach in there and pull it because I don't want to get ripped apart.
and as he pulls
What happens in hell?
Well, I'm watching Among Us, so I'm like a little resistant against like zombie hordes right now.
he pulls it, cling. That little chain comes, yanks it back. His hand covered in whatever that is. The water inside of the toilet begins to drain, and that wooden wall right behind where you would be sitting slides up, revealing a room beyond, with stairs basically leading downward below.
I will run down those stairs.
All right.
We will all run down the stairs.
So
Yeah, let's go.
all make their way to the depths below. We'll take a 5-minute break.
All right.
And, good
Yeah,
stuff.
the only thing Amnon will want to
Quick
do is
note,
close
how
the
many-
door behind us.
How many flasks of holy water is that jug?
It's one
equivalent
big
to?
jug that has 8 vials. So if you were to hit someone and it busts the whole thing, they would all take like the 2 whatever the damage is of that multiplied. Or you could, I don't know, you could find other ways to use it, but it's just one giant jug, almost like a wine bottle of holy water.
I mean, I was more looking for water to drink, but
I know you could. I mean, it's holy water is still just water, so you could easily drink it. You could,
as a little kid who was curious and tried to drink holy water at church, I can tell you it is not just water.
oh man.
There's like oils in it as well, and it's scented, and it tastes awful.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
For these messages.
Sponsored by Rage Shadow Legends.
What other things are people doing right now?
You like Kenneth and how hard he is to hit with his high AC, but your computer doesn't have that high AC, so you need NordVPN.
Damn, I always skip them. I don't even know what people talk about.
Dungeons and Dragons, you get to live out your own fantasy. However, you may become a lord with what is it?
Fuck, what is it called?
Something
Sean did it.
titles. Something titles. I forgot it.
I don't remember.
I like this pause screen.
Sean,
Yeah.
what you became a lord using what thing?
Oh fuck, I don't know. It was that Scottish. It was that Scottish. You buy land in Scotland. I don't know. They make you a lord.
What's it called?
It's called.
Yeah. Some YouTubers have it as a sponsor.
Become a lord or laird.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it's called. Actually, somebody bought it for me.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find out. Established titles.
Established titles.
So you own like
All
a
I
square
know is
foot
that
of
y'all
land.
better address me properly from now on.
Laird
All I'm
Sean.
saying.
Yes, my lord.
My lord.
I will
Lord.
personally go to your house and arrest you. For I took an oath to protect
Hey.
this country against
Hey.
all threats, foreign and domestic.
But when you arrest him, you got to
shit.
refer to him as Lord.
That's right.
As an American, I don't have to call him shit.
It's courtesy. It's courtesy. The same way you call him Mister, you call him Lord.
Wait till my driver's license says Lord Shawnee.
You can do that without spending money. You just have to rename yourself Lord and then put Sean as your middle name.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So legally, your full name would be Lord Sean.
I think that's part of the gimmick of this thing, though. You could actually like change your actual title.
They're not
No, you
asking for
can't.
documentation when you do the drop down on like tickets or nothing.
Yeah.
That Scottish doctrine about owning a single bit of land to make you a lord is like way out of date
Oh yeah.
and unrecognized.
Did you also watch the Legal Eagle video on the established titles?
There's
I love
legal on it.
Yeah, Legal Eagle did a video on it.
Ooh, I like his videos.
Jameson leaves right now. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna watch
You
it.
start hearing distant legal eagle in the background.
Nah, it's just you forget. I took a class, or I went through first grade in England, and we went over stuff like titles and stuff.
I always forget that you were in England.
Yeah. Also, they
returned
also
home
teach you. They
to
teach you
America.
how to sew in first grade.
They teach you how to sew in first grade in England?
Yeah. Or
Oh my
it's not
God.
called first grade, it's year one.
Year
Ooh.
one.
And you don't have kindergarten, you have it's like perception, if I remember correctly.
Perception.
Perception.
I want to make fun of learning how to sew in the first grade, but honestly, like I kind of wish I learned how to sew in the first grade. That's actually not. That's actually that's
I wish we
practical
still
skill, bro.
For real, I wish we still had like home economic like
In middle school, I had a
classes.
home ec class where
I
it
ain't
was
never
like
seen a home economics class
nope.
ever.
I took home ec in middle school. It was like half cooking and half sewing.
My
Or no,
group
it was like
home
one
had
third cooking, one third sewing, and then the last unit was like how to balance a checkbook kind of stuff.
I
My
would. Well, I
group
mean,
home
that's not really relevant now.
had a shop class, and it was the first time I ever seen a shop class before in my life. And it was
Nice.
not a shop class. It was just a bunch of degenerate kids making weed pipes in the kiln.
Yeah, that's what shop classes do.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
did have. I moved to Florida. I finished like 6 months of high school in Florida, and they had like a small gas engine class where like you fix lawnmowers. It's fucking weird. They're so
That
Florida's
sounds
so
useful.
fucking
That sounds
backwards,
useful.
dude. I
Some of
mean,
these electives they
sure.
offer are random.
It's so random. Fucking fixing lawnmowers.
What's it? Apparently Steven's undergrad required 2 years. So he took like 3 different classes. So it's like 3 semesters of physical education. And I'm like, that's fucked up. As an adult, as an 18-year-old, I'm not getting forced to do exercise.
Get the fuck out of here! I didn't do
Like
that.
I'm
right
paying
in
them
school,
thousands
yeah.
of dollars and they're making me run the mile. That's so fucked up.
That's why
Also,
I can't
feel
do
like
school because they make you do like math class and shit. Fuck that. I don't need that
yeah,
shit.
I will say the amount of times I need like geometry, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember how to do this. Like,
In D&D, we're all trying to remember Pythagoras whenever we have to figure out how our cone of cold works. For all of us currently playing a hobby that involves a lot of simple math. A lot of simple
But I
math
don't-
and geometry.
But I don't use it in real life, so it's okay. It makes
You
sense.
don't ever
because
try and buy 10 watermelons, but the two
It's-
different stores have them at 2 different prices.
I don't know. I don't. I never had a need. Although I mean, man, 10 watermelon. That's not actually a lot of watermelon if you think about it. If it's a hot summer, you can go through 10 watermelons real quick.
Easy. I love
could not-
watermelon.
couldn't
I love the
possibly.
ones where they're like single serving, where you can just slice them in half.
Oh, the
and
little
just eat
mini
it with a
ones?
spoon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those joints are dope. My kid loves those little fucking mini watermelons. Remember those little mini watermelons we got? The small ones they used to eat.
She's like, Dad, I have no idea what you're
They're
talking
not
about.
white. Yeah, the little ones. Shit's is dope. Eat them in one
Embarrass
sitting.
me in
it's
front of your
fantastic.
friends.
Yeah.
What's that?
Don't embarrass me in front of your friends.
Yeah.
We're all out here in agreement with you, girl. We all love
Yeah,
mini
she don't
watermelon.
care. She's dope. Like fuck yeah, I like watermelon.
Cool kids like mini watermelons.
Oh, I could go for like a cutie right now.
Those are also good.
Check your
A
mirror.
kiwi?
A cutie.
Oh, a cutie.
A cutie.
Those are good too.
Check the bottom left-hand screen of the main display.
No, check the top left screen of the or top. Wait, I am flipped here.
I hate it. I can't. It's driving me nuts. Every time I move up here, it moves the other way down here. It's fucking me up.
What?
Our little
mirrored
dudes.
on the little dudes are mirrored to our actual. That's why when Cheryl said the cheers, I was going this way. No, I was going this way.
Oh wait, let's do the wave. Everyone, let's do the wave.
Impossible.
I can't even
With the
second, my
latency
brain is
issues,
not.
it's impossible.
Okay, wait, and it's going, Sean.
This is when I need math right here. See, look, I'm going backwards again.
Other side, Sean. Do it. Do the wave.
This is what I
back.
need math.
See, it's not mirrored for me.
Pass it back, Lex.
It's not.
Oh god, no! It's for me. It's mirrored. Wait, is it? Hello.
Oh,
If
God.
Lex
it's mirrored, that means your
specifically is
Zoom
mirrored.
You just got to turn your mirror off, right? Like that.
I don't know what's going on.
Lex, you're leaving me hanging.
Hello?
Do the wave.
I don't. Nothing's happening. I'm moving and nothing's happening. Help! Help!
You're trapped.
Oh my gosh.
This is Lex's hell. It's just me as a devil with a whip, like, do the wave. Do the wave. Dance, fucker, dance.
I can't stop thinking about what Malcolm said at the background really looks like that Elmo meme. Like, that's all I've been thinking about the entire time. Look at it. It's so good.
Chaos.
Yeah, you can't unsee it once you see it.
My bad.
Once he put it out there, it was a thing.
So I would say all that happened in because we're really keeping track. We stopped doing rounds. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll a d4. That's what I'm gonna do. Or actually, can someone else? Cheryl, can you roll a d4?
Dice God.
Me?
Yep.
2.
2. So there are 8 minutes left for, which is still a long time, for Lady Silverclaw to be able to hold that force wall upstairs. And so down where you all are now, you find yourself below in these temple halls, and the staircase leading down there it's dark. It's about, each hall is about 10 feet wide, and there are these, at the end of maybe every 20 feet, there are these purple flame sconces, like magical sconces, lighting very just dimly lit halls. And what you notice is that the walls are carved with, etched with the relief of a people, and clearly what you do realize, all of you, is that the tiefling twister is essentially just a part of a much bigger megastructure, a temple of sorts underneath the ground here in Avernus. And what you notice is that the people on the walls seem to be a people kind of worshiping the sun on a pyramid. And can I have perception checks? Sorry, I'll take, before I take a perception check, I will take a history check from anyone who might know the structure, feel of the structure.
I rolled a 16 plus something for Silverhand. Plus 13, 29.
Nice. Amnon rolled an 18.
Say King
Sure, also got a 4.
well learned after forgetting a whole lot of shit and then wanting to remember a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. I will say that players' rolls will take precedence, even though Silverhand rolls a really high roll. Players will take.
I figured. I just knew she had a big bonus to it, so I wanted to use it.
Oh Are we all
So,
rolling?
I want to
history?
hear what you know first.
Yeah.
Like Silverhand, what is this?
21?
She's now concentrating.
21. Okay. So Kenneth has a 21. Anyone beating a 21?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
So, Kenneth being from another faraway land as well as one that was attacked and destroyed by the Illithids, or the Mind Flayers, as people call them. He also is, like I said, quite well traveled and understands the world outside of what everyone knows as the Sword Coast. And these reliefs and these halls, they speak to him. Maybe he's, maybe there was an expedition that they went on, but these are Maztecan reliefs. And they depict, like I said, people worshiping the sun. And then one of the depictions shows an outsider showing up on the shores in a very dark black ship. The people are kind of like they're painted, even though the paint is chipping, is like kind of a slight brownish color, whereas this figure is like a pale white, and he is bringing them gifts in the reliefs farther down the hall. In addition to that, what the rest of you are all seeing is, you're standing in this real tight, cramped hall, all of you, with the hall curving around, going down, one way, and then to the left, curving around. It feels like it's a mirrored structure, right? So, like, the layouts of each floor are probably the same. You don't see any staircases to descend any further, but at the end of each hall, what you do see is down each one of these hallways is like 20 feet down another doorway, and you all start to hear like shuffling. You can still hear the screaming from very faintly from the knolls above, but you can also start to hear like a boom, 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 and those doors down the hall begin to kind of shudder and shake, the ones down here.
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Other than that, what are you all doing? I'll do a top.
Proceeding. Ohan, you're muted.
Thank you. Amnon's just going to be trying moving forward as fast as possible, because at this point, Amnon's getting the feeling that we're about to be sandwiched between two very angry people.
Which way, Amnon? To the left, to the right, or like north or south in terms of direction? I will say also, Dimitri, you were really close with Silverclaw with her trying to get that name to get the other door. There was a way to actually get it open. She just didn't hit high enough. And I had to make it high because I knew she would be used to some degree.
All right, let's try going north.
Okay, so Amnon's like, we're going north. We're heading this direction. What's everyone else like? As there's, and I'm gonna take. I'm literally gonna put the minutes in real time. So it is 8:46 right now. So 8 minutes from now is when those doors burst from above.
Well, let's just stick together.
8:54.
Yeah, I agree.
Stick together.
All
I'll
right.
go towards the front.
So go up to, what is it, like a dais?
Amnon, can you give me a deck save?
Yeah. Oh, I got a 3.
Oh, so Amnon steps on a trap that the vamp bleeder. So this resembles a bear trap, but suddenly it like latches from the floor onto his leg, and as he taking 7 points of rolled low, 7 points of piercing damage.
I am down.
So
No!
Amnon goes and falls over, trapped, and like it's just on his leg, but just the shock, the loss of blood, he passes out. Boom! The doors
Cast healing word.
and the doors on both sides, boom, 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 are still shaking. I'm going to roll a d4.
I'll also upcast Cure Wounds. We gotta stop meeting like this, Doc. Ooh, I rolled really nice. 14 plus two,
Anus is gonna
16
attempt to
points of healing.
break the trap that has him trapped.
Okay.
He says like a bear trap.
Yep. Athletics check. DC should be a DC 12 athletics.
I mean, not impossible to fail.
Hmm.
That's a 13 plus 6, so 19.
Yep, so gets him out of there. The trap doesn't reset. It's been used. Was someone healing?
Yeah,
I was
this
healing.
is healing.
Okay.
Healing.
16, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh,
How many times do I heal you before I get even with you helping my broken ribs that one time?
Oh, you've got to have like saved me like at least from like 3 death saves.
Gotcha. Noted.
Yeah, yeah, I am in debt. After I'm done with this contract, I'm pretty sure I owe you some.
Well, I have 2 ways to deal with the trap.
So Amnon is back up, right?
Yep,
Okay. By how
Yep.
much life was given back?
I have 16 now.
16. Okay.
I have 2 ways to deal with the traps. There's the careful way and the quick way.
Quick way.
Alright, Kenneth will just sprint down the entire hallway.
Araka, she's like, I was going to try the same thing, and he just kind of sprints all the way.
The two of them are sprinting together.
Runs all the way back. And as you do, nothing happens, Kenneth. You run that entire hall, unless you're gonna, continue. You run that entire hall, and on the way, what you do see is to your left, maybe 10 feet away, is these kind of like this dais structure, a hall, maybe 20 feet, a little alcove. These 2 large braziers burning with that like purple flame, and this large, heavy, almost like the same stone door that came shutting down and cutting the rest of the group off is now sitting in front of you. Another door like that. But because you're running, you just see that. But, you haven't really investigated, so you just see a door there. And so Kenneth shows back up. No traps in the hall, it looks like, down that way.
Oh, I'm gonna move towards the dais.
Okay.
I'll after giving Amnon one last pat and reminder, don't fucking step on any more bear traps. I'm gonna go with Robbie.
Hold on. And Kenneth is going to quickly run up to that door and run back.
He does. You can. No, Kanan notice it looks like there's blood stains like on the dried kind of blood.
Rip to those people,
Around.
but we're different.
But yeah, and the like I said, structure is just, it doesn't even necessarily look complete like this with all this stuff, but it you do all see a something written above the door. It's not common, it's not infernal, it is another language. And who is the most versed? Who knows the most languages?
Other than Lady Silverhand, who speaks like all of
Yeah, right. Like, yeah. So it probably is. So she looks at it as well. It appears to be a language she doesn't understand, but because they're kind of able to piece it together, she's able to read the markings above the door and see that it basically says, to go forward, you must go back. That's what it reads.
Can she cast detect? Can she cast detect magic?
She can. I mean, does she have it without me having it pulled up? Can
She
you
does.
check?
She casts detect magic.
She does. She does detect magic on the stone. Does it also supposed to reveal what type of magic?
Yep.
Not doing it. Let's just say I'll find out. But
Malcolm
it doesn't
ends the
matter
call.
right now.
Malcolm ends the call. 8 minutes rep.
Yes.
Demetria, who's very antsy.
The conjuration.
Demetria, who's very
Yeah, but I'll
antsy
feel
and
it
doesn't
later.
want to keep doing this. Demetria's like, let's go around. Let's go around. Go back. We'll loop around.
Wait. Can I walk backwards into it?
I was just about to try that.
Is that what you want to try?
I do.
As Ravi kind of walks back into the structure, it kind of the wall slides.
Oh, man.
That might be the fastest a D&D
Slides
player
up.
has ever solved a simple riddle.
Ravi somehow from somewhere pulls out another like bottle and just like pieces out as he walks backwards into the room.
Would you say you prayed to Sulune and did a moonwalk?
Yeah.
Oh! he moonwalks into the room.
And so,
Tempe looks
Secret
at
step of
Demetria.
Salune.
Tempe cuts eyes at Demetria, like, what did you do to this kid?
Demetria just hands up,
Oh.
turns around, and walks backwards after him.
Y'all got a big storm coming when this kid sobers up.
Big headache coming.
so this wall is going up as you know, little drunk Ravi just got it, and also your poison starts to metabolize. You've kind of like gotten to this point where your adrenaline has kicked over, so you are no longer poisoned, Ravi. At that exact moment, these door right here bursts open, and there it's this dank smell of death in there. And what you all realize is that the floorboards above, which you can kind of see, there's no light in there. It's dark. It's just this musty smell of death. But these vampires clearly kept maybe ghouls underneath the board, and where the blood was seeping in, it's been dripping through. But they are famished. They are hungry. And so there are just a number of shambling new dead bodies clawing away, moving. So roll initiative again, but the doorway is open, so you can keep moving in the direction that you are headed. And the wall is still up upstairs for now, since we'll start to. So it is 56.
15, Malcolm.
Also 15.
Okay.
23.
8.
18.
All
I feel like that one trap was there just to make us waste time.
I'm thinking you might be right.
See, I outsmarted it. I walked right into it just to set it up to move faster, you know?
Actually, you triggering the trap is what would have caused us to waste time by looking for traps.
Damn it. No, that's not how it worked. I was the hero, okay?
When Amnon tells the story later.
I know in my book.
Warring autobiographies.
Yeah, the Lefthand Society.
Are you gonna trust this book written by a known amnesiac? Or a well-learned doctor?
It'll be like the Amnon's picture on like the back of his book is him like versus King, like his
And
little
at
one.
some point, I'll release an anonymous tell-all.
You know how some scholars like that do wear glasses? They just have like the glasses like nose level, just halfway down their face, as they're reading a book on the back of their book. That'd be the Cane of Post.
Reading about it.
In the book he's reading is Amnon's book.
Sorry, I'm just setting up here.
I like how when Malcolm told us like we have 8 minutes for like, and then we started role playing a little bit. And I was like, no more role playing. We gotta go. That'll eat up precious minutes.
Yes.
So I was like, let me get these shenanigans out of the way just in case they're correct.
Stop being stupid.
Malcolm's like, I know my players. They love shenanigans. It'll take them hours to get out of here.
All right. Let's see. That was okay. So I originally had put your. Let's see. You guys are a mess. Robbie, what'd you get, Robbie?
15 for initiative, right?
Yeah, for initiative.
Okay.
And then Tempe?
15.
15. And then let's see. Dimitri?
18.
18, nice. Come back from that last one.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah.
It's like yes. Kenneth?
23.
Alright. Be Kenneth. Hamnon.
I got an 8.
8, okay. This is 8 what you were at last time, so he stays the course.
Yeah,
That's what I had
you know,
in
he's just like,
He's like, hey man,
he's like, you know what, you go ahead.
He's consistent.
y'all go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I
My
like that.
ship
Did I
bone
miss
just got
anybody?
shouted by a bear trap and re-heal. I'm needing a moment.
Okay.
I like being like brought back from the death like 4 times in the past 2 games.
It's true.
So I'm good on leading for a while. I might just hide my darkness for a little bit.
So, what this next part of the dungeon holds over here, what you see is peering in is these railingless balconies on either side of this room that is like 50 feet wide by maybe 40 feet. It's got this in this strange kind of shape, but where those balconies are, there's this open darkness that leads further, and you can tell that it's like almost like part of this structure could have been like a balcony to the pyramid, but now that it's underground, you can tell that the stalactites, that there's a cavern above you, maybe 40 feet, and out into the darkness you can see like barely make out. You can hear the skittering of what might be vampire spider crawling across those cavern walls, but you can tell that the structure goes deeper and deeper into the ground. But across from, like I said, other than that, you just see this room, and there seem to be, Ravi, which as you back into it, there's like training dummies to fight. There are weapons on shelves. It seems to be almost like a training hall or a fighting hall for maybe those who residents of the structure. That's what you see, and then we would immediately pick up from Kenneth, starting the first turn out from this direction. So.
Is that a double door I busted open, or just a single door?
Single door opened on this side, so these things are about to start spilling into the room. But Ravi's just opened the door and backtracked into there. So, and you
Okay.
are right here. Lady
Yep, I'm just gonna-
Silverhand's here.
Just gonna step into the doorway.
Okay.
Not other doorway. I'm gonna obstruct the ghouls getting
got
out.
it. So he obstructs the ghouls as they begin to like kind of clamor towards him, trying to bite. That's why you were asking. Is it a double? Yeah, it's a 10-foot wide, so you're able to like kind of block some of it. Like if someone else took the other side, they could. Actually, you know what? Because of what I use, I'm gonna say it's a single doorway. So yes, I'll allow you to block the doorway. Kenneth blocks the doorway. Kenneth is up.
And there's not really a brace action to try prevent them from charging me over, is there?
Not at the moment, no. Yeah, so no. This leads us to.
I'll take the dodge action, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
So Kenneth does that. Ravi, as you back into the room, and you can hear like bats above you in this dark room, kind of skittering around. Suddenly, down from above, you hear the flapping of big like wings, and this big winged bat creature lands in front of you, and it looks like a humanoid bat, and it's being ridden by like another vampire spawn with a sword out, and he says, "My queen," with this kind of like, you know, vampiric Nosferatu face. My queen would never let the likes of you into her temple. You led the Knoll scum to us. Die here.
Shut up.
Oh,
We're just trying to get out of here, man. We're tourists. We're tourists.
Sorry, I was looking for the bathroom.
Yeah, the one that was up there, it opened this door, so I thought.
Yeah.
your mom invited me here.
Like, what? She told us to come down here. What are you talking about?
I think get her a drink, man. He says hi.
All right, and so
Cool mini.
attacking the bat-like creature will attack first.
Na 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 na. Attack.
I don't know how you could do that in a minor chord, but if you could do that in a minor chord.
I am so inept with music. I have no idea how to distinguish between a minor and a major chord.
Just make it sad.
Sad. Na na na.
Basically.
The minor falls.
20.
Major
So
lift.
the minor falls, the major lifts.
Ah.
That was a really, really good effort, though, Cheryl. I enjoyed it very much.
I'm a bard in my other campaign.
Ravi, you will take. Geez, Ravi, this is the second time tonight. 6, 7, 8, 9 points of piercing from the claws. Then the bite. 12, 18 to hit. So then you'll take another.
If you say you go down, Lex, I'm gonna drive up to your place and I'm gonna.
I don't know what you want me to do. I didn't do this.
6 points of piercing.
If you hadn't gotten nicked by that guillotine.
9 points of necrotic. And then you are
and
grappled as he begins to lift Gravi off the ground.
Do I lower my max HP by 9?
Yes, it is a very.
The lifter. There's the music.
All right, so as he lifts Ravi up, then the vampire spawn riding kind of just while the thing is holding Ravi in its mouth, he tries to just swing with a sword to cut at Ravi's his head, trying to kill him. 26 to hit, doing 6 necrotic. 6 slashing and 1 necrotic. Not much. Okay. This pushes us to Demetria, who is...
I'm about to possibly be hella petty with you, Malcolm.
Okay.
Because you said that flying bat creature is humanoid.
Yes, it is. It is humanoid. It is. I mean, I'll take that. I said it.
He said it. Check the recording. Because I would like to get within 60 feet of him, and I would like to have him make a wisdom saving throw for hold person.
Yep. Because it looks like it looks like if a vampire kind of grew a bit bigger and like sprouted wings under its arms, and this guy's just riding its back.
So gross.
Okay, so actually, Demetria, I think this is the past recording. And maybe I didn't share it, but give me a history check. This is just a free history check.
History check.
DC 10. If you miss it, then I won't share it.
DC 10. Oh god, history's intelligence, and my intelligence has been lowered. It's a 9.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Then
What am I doing? Am I
then it
killing my
doesn't do
boy?
No, it would have been more of like after the game I'll just share it, but like since the roll says 9, I will not divulge. But yes, yeah. just riding this guy.
Wisdom saving, please.
Wisdom saving.
DC 14.
Cheryl, I'm just picturing the Bat Queen from
That is
Owl
a-
House.
From Owl House.
That is a fail.
All right, he is now held. Let me
It's
see.
absolutely the Bat Queen from fucking Owl House.
The
love it
humanoid
so
who's in
much.
range. He is paralyzed. So if he is flying,
Oh shit! So they all fall
Down he
to the
goes.
side. All right.
drop
yeah.
my boy.
All right. So it's a 30-foot drop. Everybody falls.
If the ball damage hits you
automatically
too,
prone.
It sure will.
They will take.
Wait, Malcolm.
Yes.
Quick audible. Can we say that I moved? How far away am I physically from that creature?
To me,
This is so metagamey. I'm
10
sorry. That's
10 feet. Why?
I'm 10 feet away.
Well, you're standing. I have you standing right here.
Okay, perfect. Never mind. No audible. 10 feet away.
Okay.
Drop it while it's hot. Let's go.
I fall like Little Nas X.
I have something. Mama's got something. Don't worry. Mama's got
everyone
something.
who failed takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ravi does not take 15 points of bludgeoning because I use my reaction for Aura of the Guardian to take that damage instead.
Okay. All right. The crown creature takes. And the guy on top, I think he deserves a deck save of a DC 15.
He can have a deck save.
And he will pass, so he'll only take half of that, and he's a vampire spawn, so half of that. So he'll take like 3. As he lands on his feet. Creature's prone.
He does a sick backflip.
Yeah. He's standing there. And
He
then-
also lands like Lil Nas X.
Call me when you want. Call me when... Is that just playing constantly while we're down here? The entire time we've been in Avernus. That's been
Do you think
playing.
Little Nas X would allow us to play that? To play Montero?
Dude, I bet
We add him on
absolutely.
Twitter. He
Oh,
might be cool with
shit.
it. Who knows?
Yeah. If anybody would, it would be him for sure.
It's true. It's true. Little Nas X, we know you're watching.
Friend of the channel, Little Nas X.
He's gonna be next week's guest player, right?
Yes.
I would die. I would
Well, that would be
die.
fucking so sick.
Right.
Oh, he would kill it.
What do you think he would play? He
I
takes
feel like
over
a bard.
Aurora.
I feel like a bard is. Oh yeah. I feel like a bard is an obvious answer.
A little too obvious. Barbarian.
Probably maybe a barbarian.
Could be what's that wizard class with swords?
Blade singer.
Yes, Blade Singer. Singer's
Oh
there.
yeah, definitely.
All right, so
Yes, remove the
now,
lifters.
Dimitri had just gone, right?
Yeah, turns over.
That puts us at Ravi. Ravi.
So
you're, and you're right. Yeah, you're right there, prone. So
I'll stand up. If I stand up, am I close? Am I close enough to hit?
and this thing is
This
right
creature?
here, but I'm gonna put it here so we can see Ravi.
Okay.
But it's
Am I close enough
it's
to hit it, like
basically-
without moving? Oh,
right
but
here. You had to move 5 feet to it. I mean, you fell out of its.
Okay, it
Yes,
doesn't
I'll
matter.
just say you landed right where you're at. So yeah, you. Can
You
stand up.
bounced when you
well,
dropped.
if I stand up, is
When you-
that's moving, right?
It's
'Cause
half
then-
your
yeah,
movement. To
okay.
half your movement to stand up. Yes.
I am going to shift.
And we will be ending. So for you, Sean, we'll be ending at 10 tonight.
I'm gonna shift.
You're the best, Malcolm.
Uh-oh, he's shifting.
Hybrid
He's shifting.
form to get 8 temp HP because I fucking need it. And then I will take an attack against this. I'll go against the vampire since it doesn't really matter.
I like those little fiery things, Malcolm.
12.
Which one's the?
Those little buckets of fire. Those are cool looking.
Oh yeah, they're cool. This is like a. It's got batteries in it, so that makes the sconces look like they.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Yeah. You should see the mushroom city I just built. I'm actually pretty proud of.
Yeah?
This one group, I like bought a bunch of these like little mushrooms and painted them and stuff, and then I got these little lights that like they just kind of pulsate. that
Oh, that's
create,
cool.
like,
Is that for
a
your-
grove
Is that for your in-person game?
It's for the in-person game.
I saw you were
it's
making
fun.
my comments.
Yeah, my comments. Yep, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so yes, you are attacking it, or
I got a 12. I don't think I hit.
that will not hit, unfortunately. Is that it, Robbie?
The bonus action is shift. Yeah. Yep.
Alright, so as Ravi tries to get that attack in, not able to get it off, we move to Timpy.
Tammy's gonna move up. Can I get in there?
You can get in there. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Gets you right here, Timpy, in the room.
Oh, I can't really make an attack though.
Yeah,
How far is
unless
that
you
thing
throw a
from me?
dagger or something. It's about...
Yeah.
Oh, no, so remember, this is where... I put it here for dramatic
Uh-huh.
purpose, but it's here. So, Timpy, you are still about 5 feet away from it. So you
5
can
feet
throw
away?
something at it, or... Yeah.
Can I? I guess I can't move that close.
Just
to
how
it.
many daggers do you have left?
I still have both daggers. I picked them up like 3 sessions ago. So I'm just gonna quick toss a dagger at that thing. I mean, I got to do something. I can't just move and stand here and look pretty. Although I do look very pretty. 21.
Okay. 21 will...
Damage is just fucking awful though. Like fucking no damage.
A dagger.
Yeah, fucking so 5 damage.
5. Take to the... Yep, the flying creature will take the 5. It rails and this like lands in its face, spewing out this, like, purple
like it.
blood. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean that's all I can do right now. Just
All right.
so I can get closer.
The vampire that stands up is angered, and he looks at let's see. Give me a second.
I can finally hear the music.
Oh, you can hear before. Oh yeah, 'cause it's
The music keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because it's just low at times. So maybe that means that the way I used to share it, maybe I need to raise it up. So
Oh, yeah.
I try to keep it so that I'm not overwhelming you all. So I'll just bring it up. To
No, it actually does like it cut out, so like it
Oh,
stops
it cuts
abruptly.
out. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think this
So
is
we
all
can't jam
Zoom.
together.
It's
We
all
can't
Zoom.
jam together in our little squares the way we
It's all
usually
Zoom
do.
shit.
I
I
think
know,
it's
we
Zoom,
just
too.
gotta get a space to play in person.
Yeah, I think it's
We just gotta hit up Matthew Mercer, friend of the channel, Matthew Mercer.
Yeah.
Good
friend.
Timpy, can I
No.
actually? It's either Stimpy or Shura, or Demetria.
Skimpy?
I'll do it. Skimpy.
Why did that give me that? You're so fast on that
Give me
now.
a Constitution saving throw.
A con save?
Con save.
With a +2 because I be there.
24.
Okay, nice. You were
Constituted as book.
Yeah.
as he reaches out and like kind of like channels. It seems like as he kind of closes his eyes, he puts his hand out towards you, Timpy, and he closes into a fist, and you start to feel all this like life just draining out of your body. And he begins to like speak in this other language, and you can hear the rest of the vampires somewhere in the begin to kind of like kind of come into this crescendo. As he lights you, you'll take half of it.
He's like, I don't speak that language.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We speak common here.
17 points instead of 33
All right.
points of necrotic damage. As Tippy's like skin begins, you kind of like push the kick off of it, but like you can feel like you're almost like the moisture in your body draining. Like,
I start looking for my lotion.
so he's able to do that like at that point. It's almost like a layer, like a legendary action, and then it's Amnon.
Does he? Is it magic though, or does he actually lay hands on me? I wonder.
No, because blight is not a lay hands on spell. It's a, or is it? If it is, then
So
he'll
it's
just
like-
move towards you.
Is it like a melee attack?
Wait, because if it's a spell, Silverhands can counterspell it.
She can. Okay. Then he will.
No blight. Blight be gone.
Can I counterspell her counter?
Blight. The
You
someone
can-
that made
Yes,
instant
you can
beer
counterspell a
jerky.
counterspell.
He is a mage. He will counterspell her counterspell.
She will counterspell him, counterspelling her counter.
You already used your reaction to counterspell, so you couldn't counterspell
You did.
again. And he has
I
used his
counterspell.
reaction before, so his counterspell would take percentage, and then Tempe would take the damage. Good shit.
Ooh.
So there's like war of magic.
That was a really good try.
Yeah.
For you, I tried.
And for all you
Big
wondering
fan.
why he went and then has another turn, it's kind of like a boss kind of. That's more of like a homebrew thing where he pretty
He's
much,
beefy.
He is both a mage on a different turn on a different initiative. He has his mage ability. So Amnon, you are.
All right.
But he
I
shares
am-
one hit point. So it's like you're fighting a vampire spawn and a mage, but combine them. Amnon, man, you've been surviving this. Hey, shout out to Amnon for going almost 3 hours with 5 hit points. He started the game with 5 hit points, and he's got like 9 right now.
And this was last game too.
Yeah.
Last game too. It went down.
We
As soon
haven't
as
had
the game,
any rest.
No.
We haven't had any
You
chances to
guys are in
recharge.
hell. You guys are just going through. This is the gauntlet. Like you're just.
Yeah, man.
This
So
would be
it's
our
like,
me like giving
second-
you an encounter, and then like resting, and then like we do an encounter. Like
this
is
will
shit.
be our second episode with no long
No
rests.
rest, right?
yeah. So at this point, Amnon feels like he needs a buffer between him and the bad guys. He's gonna try and run in, so that way he can just like stay with the group.
And he's
Right.
over here, so he's in this hall right here. So he runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 feet gets him right in the hallway where Demetria is. There are the ghouls.
I'll just
But
stay out of
Kenneth
the
is holding
doorway.
him back, so that's good there. He's in that doorway.
All right, I'll just stay out of the doorway though.
Okay, yeah, out of the doorway.
I mean, if you want
And
to stay
then-
within, if you want to stay, well, I'm out of reactions for the rest of this turn. But if you want to stay close to me, I've got all that stuff. So
Okay. And then I will cast summon Shadow Spawn,
Okay.
and I will have it take the form of Fury.
Ooh,
Hmm.
okay. What happens then?
So let's see here. What it's gonna first do is gonna have a dreadful scream. The spirit screams. Each creature within 30 feet of it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or be frightened for 1 minute.
Okay.
Let's see here. It's against my my spell save DC.
The vampire bat thing got a 10. The mage vampire fight got a 15.
They had to beat a 16.
Okay, so they both failed.
So then, and then does it? Am I too far away from the other guys in the other room?
Oh,
that can't-
what's the range? 30 feet?
30 feet? Yeah.
No, it just gets like the first line of all of the creatures in there. So I'll roll for the ghouls, all one roll for that. They will fail as well. So what happens to them?
They're frightened for 1 minute,
So they begin to step away from pain.
and then let's see. That's all I can do this round.
That's a lot. That's a good shit. So they've all scared. They're all frightened.
Yes.
Okay. What is this sorcery? What are you? Actually, the vampire spawn will. If I have another counterspell, I will try to counterspell. Just. Let me look at my. Oh no, I can't. This round I can't. So.
Just what are you? We're the left hand, motherfucker.
The ghouls are frightened, so they back away, losing their turn. Well, they're frightened of Amnon, right?
They're the way I read it. They're frightened of the shadow spawn
That you've summoned.
that Amnon summoned. Yes.
Okay, which means that the creatures will not. When you're frightened, you get disadvantage on attacks, and you can't move forward towards the thing you're frightened of, right? So
Yeah.
they would still be able to attack Canaan, which is, I mean, a ghoul. It's not going to do me much for the one that's in the doorway that can attack him. But I'm just for the sake of rules, they'll try. Not going to hit him. All right. As they all are kind of frightened here, Canaan, top of the round. This could be the last round of this, depending on how big with the frighten that changes the game. What are you doing? Is Canaan there? If not, we'll come back to him. We will go to.
Yep. My internet's being
No, here I can.
funky.
Yeah, you're going in and out.
Alright. So yeah, just gonna continue. Just dodge action.
Okay.
Hold the line
Holding the line.
in case they become unfeared.
At this point, also, you all begin to hear the raging upstairs. At the Red Abishai Araka, for the sake of near, she rushes to the staircase to fend off the gnolls that are coming down, beginning to pour down. This leaves Sagat didn't do anything last turn, so I imagine he at least stepped up to be faithfully behind Demetria. Vampire spawns are in fear, so it can't. While it can't go forward, it will attack in disadvantage to Ravi, who's right in front of it. Just kind of rolling a nat 20, and a nat 1. That's pretty nuts. And so it just
I thought it was some alcohol in it.
stepping away from it, seeing that thing, this presence that Amnon is summoning before you all. This leaves the vampire spawn to. It cannot. It will strike out at Ravi with disadvantage. 15, so it's 21 with claws. Still hit. 9 points of slashing damage. And then will attack at disadvantage with its bite. Nat 1 again. Causing it to lose its sword. As it struck you and then went in for the bite, you're able to, Ravi, ferociously kind of disarm him and throw away his sword. So now he just has the bite and he's starting to back away from you. Dimitri, you're up.
All right, I would like to go up to this vampire jabroni with my Mace of Disruption.
This one,
and I would like
the beast.
The not beast one.
Yep. Okay.
Because the beast is still paralyzed.
Yes, and paralyzed.
Okay. He is held personed.
Okay. So and that means he can't attack. Then it means that
yeah,
just destroy everything that I rolled on that, which even though it didn't hit. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so I'll attack the mage /
Okay. Yep.
Other one. Twice. First one with the Mage of Disruption. It's not gonna do that denied. Second attack is a 19.
Will hit.
And he's undead, confirmed. Yeah.
Yep, undead, confirmed.
Alright, so with the Mace of Disruption, 6, 9, plus 4, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Does that bring him? It probably doesn't. Does that bring him below 25 hit points?
It does not.
Alright, I'm still gonna push him 5 feet away from Ravi. Bludgeon. Crusher
He
feet.
slides back.
Bonus action. Hold up. Bonus action. So many pages. Bonus action. I'm going to upcast. Or wait. Yeah, I'll upcast Cure Wounds on Ravi. No, that's not a bonus action. Shit. That's why I didn't do that. Lex, do you think you can last the next round before you get Cure Wounds? Or do you want me to Sanctuary you?
It's okay. Just do what you have to do.
I'm gonna Sanctuary you. Bonus action, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary. I'll cast Sanctuary. So, bonus action. Anyone trying to attack him is going to need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
As the vampire mage slides back, wearing this like his like leathery armor, pushed back by Demetria. He looks at you, and he looks to Ravi, all of you, and there's like these whispers throughout and he takes a moment to go, "You have the light on your side. No one has come here with light. Are you angels?" He's asking.
Hell yeah! Get the fuck out!
The demon, I remember when we were good, but we were deceived. The deceiver came to our lands. The first vampire. We have made many mistakes, but I will not make the mistake to fight anyone of the light that shines from you all. And he kind of just kneels. You hear all these talking in the shadows beyond.
Where's the exit?
He waves his hand, and the wall kind of slides up, opening. And there's this creature kind of barks like higher, and he's like kind of like makes him step back. And as the wall slides up, there's this like red light emanating from within, and you hear, and he like snaps his fingers, and there's like this, and there's these like this fleet of devil rides all sitting there, and they all like little like lights, which would essentially be like lights for us, like and as the mist rolls out, and they just like turn on.
Demetria's gonna.
If you can, escape.
Demetria's gonna turn over her shoulder and go, "Kenneth, Araka, we're leaving!" And summon them, and then turning to our new vampire friend, Demetria will say, "Thanks, I think." And she'll use the Mace of Disruption to light everyone's way going to the...
Is everyone trying to get on and clamber onto the bike and take off?
Cheryl, can we say that the one that we take is the one that Ebony and Aaron is at?
Yes. Robbie's in the little sidecar.
And they come out of somewhere wherever they are, and they're like, "Fuck, someone jacked our ride."
The keys have a little seashell hanging off.
Robbie's like, "What the fuck is this ball of this basket of fruit?" And throws it over the floor.
You don't have a lance by chance, do you?
Ooh. We're gonna get you a lance, buddy. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, we're gonna get you a lance. Vroom, vroom.
And so, as you are all trying to escape, as you're lighting up these arcane machines, Lady Silverhand's getting on one as well. You hear Araka like, "I'm coming," as she's like fighting through the hall. Can I have dex save?
You're within 10 feet of me, plus 2.
Now, first of all, I'm going to roll the DC for this. I'm going to roll an advantage. D20 plus 10. And that is the save. Oh, shit. All right. Everyone give me that dex save.
I got a nat 1.
Oh, 15.
You know what? I'm
Damn
gonna
it,
use my
Robbie.
inspiration. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
And remember, it's all +2 if you're within 10 feet of me.
And,
22 for Demetria.
With a 4, I shall also use my inspiration, which I'm pretty sure I have like 3 other inspirations I've just never used.
You got a 16.
Yay.
Amnon got a dirty 20.
Doc.
It'll be a 21.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that should be.
16.
It's a lot better than that one. So
With Demetria scruffing the back of his neck as she drags him along.
So you all hop on, and Robbie and Keenan are having a moment, like trying to like get these things to start, and you can see a Raka like flying in as these. Clearly, the door upstairs or something has opened, so there's not just those 3. There are tons of roll vampires, and they're coming towards you, and there's so many of them kind of spilling into the room. It's like World War Z zombies, like, CGI animation as they climb over each other. And as you guys suddenly, all of them, boom, kind of light up and take to life, and you all start to take off. You notice that many of the vampires are coming, crawling, spider climbing off the walls, and they leap and start to attack. And you have this frenzy with the gnolls, this full-on fight, as you guys are just full-on, like riding down this hall, on these like big, kind of chopper-style devil rides. And a devil ride, imagine, it's not just a regular. It's kind of like how the demonic machines look, but imagine a motorcycle like that. With imagine a motorcycle made out of the plates of the old monsters of like Terras. Imagine the amount of bones and human skulls and stuff that were put together to make it. This is not just twisted metal and bone and and maybe even flesh burned to it created this thing. And you come flying out the other side. Boom! All of you leaping and landing, kicking up a bunch of dust. And probably not stopping for a while, but when you do slide and look back, kind of a Kira look.
Yes.
You can see that you, because the ramp that you were like riding on, it went down, like so it's like a long ass hall down. So when you come out, you're in the bottom, you're in the basin of a valley, or like maybe even a canyon, and you can see that pyramid, that like almost Maztecan pyramid was built into the side. And you can see all kind of like demon rides and stuff, and parts of machinery that were down there, and you can just hear the devils reacting. Lady Silverhands is doing her part to speak with and send messages to Cluck and Chonk. Always get their names wrong. To bring the demon grinder around and to eventually meet up with you. But you guys have made it out of there. Your first chance to rest. What do you all do?
Amnon is resting.
Gotta be resting.
Resting.
We always need to rest.
We're all
You can
thinking
say I'm resting,
wistfully.
but where are you guys gonna ride for a while? Are you guys heading back to Mad Maggie's? Lady
I think we need to rag for a while.
Resting is dangerous out here in the middle of you're in the middle of this just like a wasteland, this valley that similar to being like in the Grand Canyon, no river, just desolate rock, but of course black skies, weird little demonic.
I think Mad
creatures
Maggie might be a
scary
good bet.
How long is it going to take us to get back to Mad Maggie, though?
Silverclaw looks. He looks at Araka. We can ride, but I say we drive for another 20 minutes to make sure we're not out of the earshot of any of the vampires, and then we just take our risk resting out here. It's probably going to take us another. Remember, the world down here is always stretching, but if I know my way around, it could take another 5 to 6 hours to get back. And Stevie, you weren't here, and the reason they couldn't go to Mad Maggie in the first place is when you guys were being chased down by the Morton Joes, or the gangs that were running down here in Avernus. There was another Spine Devil gang coming the path that you would go to Mad Maggie.
Got it.
So there.
This place sucks.
It does.
We can always short rest and use some hit die, because I don't think we've done that yet.
I think we did.
Have we done that?
I think.
Did we? Fuck,
No,
did
you
we?
never got to a short rest.
I don't think we short rested. I mean,
No,
at least from the last session that I was at.
As a warlock, I would remember.
Yeah. I never gave you all a short rest.
Let's all short rest together. Let's all wistfully think of our matching jammy sets we left behind in the House of Spirits, and let's have a kumbaya circle.
No random encounters happen. I've rolled for them while you're short resting down here.
Oh, thank you, Malcolm.
Rolled pretty low there.
Amnon's PJs is like of a bunny.
And the only thing that happens is, at some point within that hour, you hear a little balking as like an abyssal chicken hops out of the darkness, kind of clucking and looking around, kind of coming towards your tent, and then something slithering, a tentacle with a mouth on it, with no eyes, just teeth, rows of teeth, kind of swoops in and eats the chicken, kind of slithers off into the darkness.
This place is the worst. This place is the fucking worst. I can't wait. I can't wait to get
eyes all over it. So eyes all over this like eel-like creature. Slithering
Oh,
over the ground.
it's terrible.
You find yourself where you're resting. As you sit there in this kind of campfire, you notice that the ground feels very hard. There's a dust the wind is kind of blowing through the valley, and there's this kind of orangish, reddish mud-like dust. I mean, the clay-like dust is blowing by. The ground is full of stone faces contorted in awful, like, pain. So it's like someone's carved faces, but like bricks. But as far as the valley can see, that's what you're sitting on. That's what you're camping on. Different faces: sorrow, pain, anger, fear. And I'll turn over to you all to decide, to kind of talk to each other and decide. I know they're going to Mad Maggie's, but this is also a chance they've been fighting this entire episode. Is there any role playing that they're doing? Is there anything that they want to share to each other, talk to each other about as they take this moment of reprieve and as they breathe a sigh of relief for a moment?
Mitra is going to go over to Amnon, probably like collapse in exhaustion next to Amnon around whatever campfire or in our circle of bikes, and she's gonna kind of like, because that's how she works. She kind of bro-ishly hits his shoulder and says, Doc, you gotta stop fucking scaring me like that, man.
Like what? That fucking hurt.
Sorry. She like kind of dusts him off. I just don't know about you, but I don't know. This place is awful and horrible, but it would be even more awful and horrible if we lost you down here, so.
You have no idea how much I appreciate it. These old bones can't make it as far as they used to. Think I might just hang back nowadays.
Yeah, well, you don't gotta hang back so long as you're hanging out by me. I'll look out for you.
That's kind of what I meant. I think I'm just gonna hang behind you.
Good idea. Good idea.
Shakes her like dreads and looks at you and goes, "Can I speak to you alone?"
Alright. It just like slowly gets up. And then
I'm like imagining him planting his hand under Mitra's head to like get himself standing.
Yeah, exactly like that.
She's like, hey.
And at this point he's just kind of walking away with the Fury spirit helping him like walk over. You know, I've known you my whole life, And it is now that you choose to really show yourself. You have left me to just go to my own vices to think of what you are, but I do see you differently now. And I take my my duty with honor.
Asmodeus's contracts are often fickle, and there are often ways to work around honoring them. I want you to know that when you complete this, your contract will be finished, signed off by me, and there are no strings attached. And she puts her clawed hand out to like shake yours. Do you and I have no parchment, no hell paper, just a deal between two beings on this plane. She towers above Amnon, as big as you are, right? As a dragon pawn. She's like a
Yeah. Oh, Amnon is gonna sprout his wings and fly up to eye level to Araka, and and he's gonna give that really just curtsy, just bow and be like, with this journey and this mission, I don't need any papers to help you make this collar and to get this creature back under our control.
And then she shakes your hand. And I am glad we are going to help kill Jern. He will be helpful.
I really
As much as
don't.
it pains me to say
You have grown much, Master.
Demetra and Robbie really quickly turn so they're not obviously peering over.
And Axel just like looks over at you really quickly.
An hour has gone by. Do they go for the long rest, or do they try to get up now that they've kind of used a little bit of time and hit?
Now, short rest, hit, die. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Talk any shares of how? I guess I'll tell you this: that Lady Silverhand says, "I'm hoping that with our time gone, Mad Maggie has found more information on the Hills on Wheels, the structure that is holding Kildren. I know that she told me that it is traveling at its multiple levels. I know that we discussed possibly hitting a slaver vehicle or a camp and then going in as a disguise. I believe that maybe Mad Maggie can point us in the right direction to finding the slavers that they could take and use as a cover. Unless you have a plan."
Oh, that sounds really good, actually.
And then out of the darkness, you start to group. Something's coming out of the dark, and it's kicking up dirt, and this big behemoth of a vehicle rolls up, and it's Chukka and Clonk in the Demon Grinder, and so yeah, turn it back over to you all as they're like rolling up. They hop out like, yeah, took forever to find you, like like talking and angry. I know Kenku talk in other voices. They're just kind of doing that whole thing. I don't have time to do that right now. What do you all do?
As Amnon has probably spent.
Kenku's in hell speaking their own voices.
In hell, they get their voice back.
They get their voice back, yeah. It's actually interesting because in the Avernus book, it actually says that they speak in squawks. So, unlike the other in Kiku, so maybe they are different in Dallas.
Well, as Amnon feels like he is pretty close with them from learning about how the machine works and this and that, he's going to quickly fly over to them and be like, "What's up, guys? Where are your wings at?"
Wow, you can't just ask a Kenku why they can't fly. That's like super offensive.
Yeah,
I know. That's why he said it, because
they
funny.
both just give him like bird hail, like middle fingers.
But he's still gonna land right next to him and put his hand on each shoulder.
Well, Are there any last parting words from the group here before they load up?
How soon?
Tim, we
after
didn't have
we
you last
start?
time. Is there anything he's thinking? You know, he wasn't here during, even though he was here, right? Like after you've been through all this hellish run through the desert, to stop in a devil tavern,
Watching your son get beheaded.
He's pretty much into himself right now.
Yeah.
This is a little much for him, and he's having a hard time coming to grasp with. There's nothing here for him at all in here, meaning like there's nothing redeeming about this plane that we're in, right?
There's us.
Yeah, with the exception of the group, there's nothing here that he can even remotely contact. Everything is foreign to him in a way that is abrasive to him. It goes against everything that he is about, so he's having a hard time trying to deal with being here, I think, right now.
Okay. Dimitri was going to say something.
I was going to say, how long does it take for Robbie to get hungover?
He's starting to feel it now. Like he's like, he probably felt it during that last hour. So he's feeling that little like buzzing headache. You know.
Yeah. He probably goes and just kind of sits in the back corner, and he pulls out those soul coins and just kind of looks at them. Because there's no way to like tell what kind of soul is in it, right? It's just kind of like, he just looks at them, kind of thinking like there's a chance that there could be like a good soul in this, and it's just. But at the same time, it's like he's not going to release. Like he's battling with like what to do with these, of like the moral dilemma of there could be a chance that there's a good soul in these and taking advantage of that, and then there's like if he releases it and it's a bad soul and it's like an evil soul, and that's just releasing more. So he's just, I don't know, sitting there contemplating.
Is,
That's a
Demetria
good soul.
will.
is
It
that
would want
eternal
to help.
or
Demetria will take her like ration kit or her water, whatever comes in her pack that she has in her supplies, and she'll walk over to Robbie and kind of really quietly and gently sort of pass him the water skin and ask him how he's doing.
I feel like I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And we'll pull out his rapier and just like, I don't know, I felt like I'd been destined to do something great, and I don't know, every day I feel like I'm straying further and further from what I'm supposed to do.
Demetria steps up and she covers his hand with hers where he's holding the rapier. Very, very gently. She's not like really a gentle touch person, but very gently she kind of wraps his hand on the rapier up in her too. And she kind of looks at their hands over his sword and says, "An honest kid, maybe on a selfish level, getting away from your destiny is what got you into my life. Can't say I'm not happy about it. When you don't know what you should do, the only thing you can do is your best. Yeah?"
Yeah.
Besides scaring the shit out of me, I think you're doing pretty damn good.
Listen, I thought I could get it with that.
I will choose to ignore that because you have redeemed yourself, and you're my kid, so.
Your family. My
Family. She says, "Come here," and she gives him a big chin on the top of the head hug.
And
I'm sorry, I just like.
and she kind of gives him.
What'd you say?
Sorry, Malcolm messaged me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw off that. I wasn't trying to throw off that moment because I really like where that moment is at.
Okay, I remember. Sorry. I remember.
Malcolm's
Okay.
like whispering that
So
one of
was
the
that
coins.
was there any response to that where after she does that, or is that it where she just kind of holds him and
I'm sorry, Cheryl.
so
What
Cheryl, go
did you
back
say?
and
Rewind. So we hug,
Cheryl,
we say
rewind and
family.
share your
Just hugging.
Hugging.
They're just hugging. Just a chin on top of the head, big sister protecting you in her arms, crushed up against
Like,
the blade.
wipe away like a couple, like some tears, and I'll look over at Tempe and just like know that he's just going through it right now, especially after we were bamboozled and we basically just handed over
Lenore.
to Tiamat.
and so as
I
they
think probably Demetria and Ravi start walking over towards Tempe.
and as they begin to walk over, we kind of pan up towards those dark skies, and fade to white, kind of fade into a flash of white, and end our session there. Thank you all for playing. Good game. And what I will say,
With the credits and everything.
as at that night in hell where Ravi sleeps, he does have a vision and that dream. But in that dream, for us, what was kind of shared as almost like a post sequence, is just this young boy running across the rooftops of Waterdeep, with rapier in hand, and he like lands and he kind of perches on a cliff and he like looks around and he pulls out these like little arcanic devices, like binoculars, and surveys, and then like caw makes a noise, and then as he does, another figure kind of like nods to him like got it, and then he throws a little bird, and like a bird made of paper, and it flies down to the other person who catches it, and they run it through an alley, and they hand it to a woman that we all know, a dark-skinned woman, and she pulls down her hood, and it's Obaya. And as she stands there in that alley, you can see that the city, Waterdeep, is it has been taken over. Like large, like figure, like knights walk through the city, the same ones that you saw in the small town of Greenis, as the city is under the control, and everyone is like meant to stay in under these dark skies in this night. But you can see that between Elias, Rin, and Obaya, and others, there are freedom fighters fighting the good fight on the other side. Good game. All right, folks.
Bolo's using his skills of bullshittery to help transfer information in books. It's
Now,
like,
did
you
you-
should read up on this creature, as he just keeps adding entries, messages.
Malcolm, did you edit that yourself?
The trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks really good, dude.
Yeah, I forgot to share it like after the opening credits, so I like decided to
So now
share
it's
it.
end credits.
Yeah,
End
yeah,
credits.
It was a good.
I've seen it. I think you showed it to me. I think I've seen
I
it.
shared it with all of you like
Yeah.
earlier, and I actually had to change the music because I no longer use the original track that I really love is from Lorne Baffle, from that Black Adam sound score.
Oh, yeah.
But I think this worked just as good as well. And so this is the first
Next
time
week
hearing
on
music.
Dragonlance.
Yeah.
It looked really good full
Yes,
screen
John.
and out on my phone.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff. So yeah, if we were streaming, I could even do one of these. So thanks for.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so what you need to do is cut the recording and then start a new recording, and it's the after action talk
Yes, and then we
table,
just do after.
Yeah.
round
Yes.
table.
So we're getting there. I'm learning. I just gotta figure out why there's so much latency with you all. Because I didn't experience this the other night. So here's the weird thing that I'm wondering if they're connected. I outputted my resolution through OBS in my last game at a lower resolution. And
Girls doing the
everything
same
went,
shit.
everything went off without a problem.
There's less now.
There's less now. Where player said
Yeah.
that my player said
There's a
that-
little less now, but there's still some.
Yeah, they were saying that it looked clean, but they said my resolution was low. So I don't know if it's some kind of connection. But what's weird about me is I'm not seeing it. Like Cheryl is moving fine. It's a little bit for Cheryl, but like, yeah, it's not much. Oman looks good for me.
But if
So you all are seeing.
Cheryl.
Like, you guys are all seeing like.
Cheryl,
choppy-
put your head this way.
Oh wait,
Let's
wait.
see.
Oh wait,
Cheryl,
no,
you
wait,
gotta
see,
get
wait,
out of the
yes.
way.
There we go.
I like it. It's weird. Super weird. I like it.